Hi, guys, and welcome to the English Are Coming podcast. Now, this is the first time we've done a live show, so yeah, we're going to make mistakes, but please stick with us. And if you can, please subscribe to our channel. So, coming up, the draw for the World Cup qualifying group, and we'll soon find out who the three Lions will be meeting as they bid to qualify for the finals in North America, which take place in about 18 months' time. Joining me today, we've got Stonzie. Morning, mate. Jonno.
Morning.
Good morning, mate. And from the England Supporters Club is Garford Beck. Hopefully the three of you will help
Good morning,
make the
fellas.
sheer tedium of these sort of things way more exciting. Garford, first of all, though, I understand that, was it last night on Wednesday night, you played at Wembley Stadium?
Yes, I did. Fortunate enough to win a competition with the travel club, and we had a great experience, and I managed to pop in a penalty. It turned out to be the winning penalty in a penalty shootout, and just a great experience. I mean, once in a lifetime, and to struck me stuff at the home of football was obviously a boyhood dream come true. Although it took me 62 years to realise it, was special nonetheless. So yeah, really good.
The new Stanley Matthews.
Goal. It was a terrific goal. I have seen it. He put the ball down on the penalty spot. He turned around, ran back, and slotted in bottom left-hand corner to win the match. It was unbelievable.
Put me at centre back. More Roy McFarlane than Stanley Matthews. I mean, I'm old, but I'm not that old.
Better than Roy Rogers, I suppose, isn't it? You know what I mean? Look for your win, son. Look for your win. Onwards and upwards, yeah?
No, Roy McFarlane was a great centre-half. Stonzie, honestly, he was. He was.
I'm too young to remember. So I'm sort of almost like the YTS trainee of the group, aren't I? You know what I mean? I mean, no disrespect, but you three are knocking on a little bit, aren't you? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I can see you wearing glasses, so I mean,
that's only to make me look even
might
more.
be your opinion, but. Actually, though, I think you're right. I think I am the oldest here because I noticed from John's.
You get away with.
There must have been some experience, Garford. No, I mean seriously, to have the privilege to play on the turf at Wembley.
Yeah, of course it was. Yeah.
How long was the match?
The match was only a half-hour straight-through match, but it was enough, to be honest with you. And you're right. I mean, it was very special to walk out the tunnel, and they did it just like the real thing. And then with the national anthem,
is that so?
And you get a different perspective. But I'll tell you what, though, to be honest with you, when you're playing the game and you're concentrating on the game, concentrating on the ball, on the man, it tends to block out the stadium, if that makes sense. I mean, I don't know what it must be like playing in front of a full house with a great atmosphere. That's probably totally different. But when you're concentrating on the game, I've heard players say that actually, that they don't often hear what's being shouted or said in the
They're so focused on it.
What was the pitch like, Garford? Was it as good as they say?
No. To be fair, I think they do these. They spend this week, and I think last week, doing all the corporate stuff, so they get their chance to play on the pitch. And I think the pitch will now be dug up, or they do their reparations in time for the Carabao Cup final in February. So it's typical almost end of season in terms of Wembley is like this time of the year. And so it was pretty hard, pretty bobbly, but still good. I mean, obviously it was, compared to Brookhouse, where you played with England Fans FC, I mean, this was still like a bowling green. I mean, it was fantastic. But, and it was just, everything was just brilliant. It was just, and because we were able to have guests there and family. So there was a little bit of an atmosphere, but just an amazing experience.
Just when you think about
Garford, sorry, Stonesy. Yeah, what were you going to say about my age there, mate?
Oh, no, you're younger than me.
I think I might be friends.
Thanks, lads.
What month were you born?
March.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, just to say that Gianni Infantini has taken the stage in Zurich.
Lovely.
So he's introducing. So that's probably going to take about 4 hours for him before the draw starts.
Yeah.
Because we know he likes to go on a bit. Garford, as we look forward to the draw,
Yeah.
I think you're the one who probably understands more than anyone how it's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Although the draw is taking place today,
Yeah.
apparently it's not going to be complete either, which sounds a bit weird.
Yeah, with the advent of the Nations League and with they've tweaked it a bit more with this latest edition. There are a number of playoffs to decide the promotion and relegation spots within the groups of the Nations League. So some of the groups are going to contain either or in terms of who they're going to be playing. It'll be, the winners of qualifying of the playoff match one, whatever. So unfortunately today, some of the groups are going to be incomplete in terms of who'll be playing who. That I think applies just to the 4-team group. So there's going to be 6 groups of 5 teams and 6 groups of 4 teams for the European edition. Of course, as you know, some of the South American region have already commenced their World Cup qualifying campaign for 2026 because they don't put them in groups. The South American countries just play each other in a great big league with the top 4 qualifying and a playoff for a 5th place with Oceania, I believe.
Well, we can see scrolling along the bottom of the screen, the various pots, who's in what pot. So essentially, Garford, who can England face and who can't they face?
I don't think there are any teams we can't face in terms of, for example, there are some political reasons that teams are not allowed to play each other. I mean, for example, Kosovo will avoid Serbia and Bosnia and Herzegovina for political reasons. And some of the countries, I think Iceland are not allowed to play. But there are a couple of issues with regards to the weather, believe it or not. And there's some restrictions. So political reasons. Ukraine can't play Belarus. Gibraltar can't play Spain. And as I already said, Kosovo must be kept apart from Serbia and Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Is it also that Iceland can't play Tesco's? Is that
something like that? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
As
you won't. Yeah.
But in terms of the weather, believe it or not, because of potential cold conditions, a maximum of 2 of Estonia, the Faroe Islands, Finland, Iceland, Latvia, Lithuania, and Norway can be drawn together. And it said Iceland and the Faroes cannot be drawn together as they are considered the 2 countries most at risk with weather disruptions.
Wow.
And the final caveat is a geographical limit on who Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, and Iceland can face, so as to avoid many trips to the opposite side of Europe. So there may well be a situation where you might see in the draw where a certain ball might be removed from the pot.
Can I just jump in? Jonno just texted me. He said he doesn't know what caveat means. Yeah?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's a bit slow. No,
he probably thinks it's a fish delicacy.
You know me too well, boys. You know me too well.
I'll have caveat and chips and mushy peas, please. Yeah.
But so that's it. So there are no restrictions on who England can and can't face. So it is possible that from pot 2 we could face Scotland and Northern Ireland.
That's right.
And also the Republic are in.
Scotland aren't in it. They need. They've got another playoff, haven't they?
Yes, that's right. In the Nations League, so it could be one of those either or. So, and also Republic of Ireland are in pot 2.
Garford, I heard that Scotland have got a new nutritionist on the firm, and they're not having deep fried Mars bars at half time. Have you got any inside information about that?
Well, I've not heard anything like that, but I mean, well, to be fair to Scotland, I mean, they've had a couple of good results lately. So whoever is the team dietitian has not been doing too bad.
So they have had. I'm not even sure. I'm aware of what they wrote. What have their recent results been, man?
They held, they beat Croatia 2-1 recently in the final Nations League match, which is not a too shabby a result, to be fair.
Absolutely.
And, I think they
Arthur,
drew
let
away.
me ask you a question. I mean, you've been to a lot of World Cups, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
How many have you been to? Where
There
were
we
they?
go. So let's start in France 98. Italia 90 was my first one. We missed the number before. We didn't qualify. Japan 2002, Germany 2006, which was carnage, really. And then South Africa 2010, which was very memorable for me. I met Archbishop Desmond Tutu in Cape Town on that trip.
Different class.
Yeah, it was. It was an unbelievable moment. And then we went to Brazil. That
was when David Beckham had his cornrows and he met Nelson Mandela. How unfortunate he had that terrible haircut, the worst of, he's had some moody haircuts, but that was the worst one by a country mile, wasn't it?
Who's? Archbishop
David Beckham.
Desmond Tutu's haircut.
Yeah.
And
then we went to Then Brazil in 2014 was. I mean, I've been to Brazil before to watch England the year before when we went to open, when they revamped the Maracanã. We had a friendly out there.
Okay.
But that World Cup was a disaster for England because we were eliminated after 2 group games under Roy Hodgson. Then we went to Russia, which was a good World Cup. I got to the semi-final, really enjoyed it. Lots of travelling, saw lots of the country, had a great time actually. And then Qatar. Probably ranked as probably one of the best, to be honest with you.
In what sense?
Really?
Yeah, because I tell you for what, there was no. I mean, I've never been to Glastonbury, but somebody in our group had been to. He said it's like going to Glastonbury. So it was like having a World Cup in a city. You were never more than our furthest journey was probably no more than an hour. And so, in between England matches, we got tickets for other games now. So everybody go out and watch different matches. Then we'd all come back to our villa and discuss it and talk about it, and it was just good fun. And believe it or not, probably the absence of the sale of alcohol at the stadiums made it a better experience as well.
No alcohol.
Yeah, I'm not being funny. I mean,
how are you feeling about the World Cup in North America? Are you excited about that? I think
it'll be. I mean, I'm not taking anything for granted, but I mean, such is the way of the world now that it's nigh on impossible for all those teams you see today in Part 1. It's going to be. It would take a massive disaster for one of those countries not to qualify. We all know why they want them to qualify, and they're now expanded it, but still not taking anything for granted. But yeah, really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Garford, as we look at the qualifying draw and who potentially we could face and not face, I know you go to all of the games home and away. Yeah. Are there any countries that you'd like to go to that you've not been to, and are there any countries for whatever reason you'd love to avoid?
Yeah, I mean, looking at that in terms of, I mean, some of these countries I've been to, but not for football. But I'd like to get Serbia from pot. What are they in pot 4? Are they? Serbia. Pot 2. I'd like Serbia from pot 2. Georgia possibly from pot 3. But then again, see, I've got this thing. I quite like Eastern Europe. It's a favourite place of mine, but probably Armenia would be a nice one.
Garford, your senior citizens bus pass, you've had a result with that because some of these countries are well beyond zone 6, aren't they? So you've saved a few quid there, haven't you, son? Yeah?
Just a few quid, yeah.
You had the right result. You had the right touch, haven't you, Garford?
Yeah, funnily enough, though, the old senior citizens bus pass.
Oh, Stonzie, leave it out, son. Don't give me too much love, man.
Anyway, let's get back to the pots. I mean, the Faroe Islands would be a good one. Never played there before, England. We've done just about everything else. Bulgaria, Armenia, I think we've not played. Yeah, Armenia would be a new one. So out of the pots, really, we're starting to get to a stage now. Serbia, we have played, but only in a tournament. Obviously, we played them in Germany as in the Euros just gone. So that would be a good trip. That'd be a tough one as well, actually, in terms of fan safety and that kind of thing. I mean, the biggest one that we could, not the biggest one, but certainly for them, if we drew Gibraltar. And the reason for that is, of course, we obviously we've got our connections with Gibraltar, but we share the same national anthem and that kind of thing.
True, yeah.
So, yeah. But also, a little known fact you may or may not know, Liechtenstein, I think it's Liechtenstein, their national anthem is the same tune as ours.
I know genuinely, I know a woman from Liechtenstein. That's a true story.
Yeah,
I didn't know that though. They got the same tune, really.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so they played it. They played it twice when we played them. I think it was at Old Trafford while Wembley was being rebuilt.
Okay.
So so out of pot 5, there's only pot 5's Moldova. We played. I've been to Moldova, Malta. We played them a few times. I've been there. Andorra. We played them. Actually, I've seen England play Andorra in Barcelona, where they used to play the games, and in Andorra itself. Liechtenstein we've played, San Marino we've played, so it's only Gibraltar from pot 5 we haven't played. From pot 4, Bulgaria, Luxembourg, Kosovo, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, Estonia, Cyprus, Faroe Islands, Latvia, Lithuania and Armenia. Out of those, only Armenia and Faroe Islands.
Interesting.
Are San Marino still the whipping boys of world football? They are, aren't they? Is that a fair comment?
Well, no, because they've just won 2 out of 3, haven't they? That's why they won their group. They're not even in a playoff. They're in the draw.
Right.
Because they topped their Nations League group. They won two matches the first time.
Okay.
Right, boys, what do you think about the World Cup in Saudi Arabia in 2034? And the fact that it's going to take place in January. How do you feel about that?
In the Prem, our boys always have the hectic Christmas schedules, but so nothing's really going to change. They're still going to be playing enough football over that period. At least I'm guessing the Prem.
Well, they'll do what they did for Qatar, won't they? They'll probably have a break.
Tell me what they would do there. How's that work? Genuinely.
What in terms of the World Cup taking place in January? Well, in Qatar, when we played in Qatar, which was November, December, they closed the Premier League down for 6 weeks, didn't they?
That's right, I remember now.
So they'll do the same in Saudi. I mean, I've got mixed feelings about this one because FIFA, of course, made the players wear the rainbow armband in Qatar in support of the LBGT community.
Yep.
And then for them to award a World Cup to Saudi Arabia, where to be gay is actually
it's a crime, isn't it? Impulsive like that.
You can be killed for it. You can be you can be executed for it. I mean, it's massive.
That's just wrong, though. Wow.
Well,
I mean, we are in the 21st century.
It's very two-faced, isn't it? It's at the end of the day, it's a little bittersweet because it obviously they'll spend a lot of money, but it's
massive hypocrisy, Jonathan.
It's double standards.
It is massive, yeah.
Yeah,
massive.
That's how I feel.
Massive.
And, it's about money, which it shouldn't be, you know.
I mean, it's 10 years away. So I mean, I don't know if they'll still.
And also, a lot of people died building the stadiums in Qatar. There's been the health and safety out there don't exist, does it? That's true, isn't it?
Over 1,000 people died.
You serious?
Yes.
That is absolutely abhorrent, isn't it? Like, in all seriousness.
But not once in all the matches I went to out there, and I saw obviously all of England's matches, and I went to some other games as well. But not once did anybody
recognise that or
to remember these people. Yeah,
absolutely unacceptable. I mean, genuinely, and terrible, man.
Right, the draw is starting to take place. The first team drawn out of Pot A is the winners of qualifying 4, which I think is between France and Croatia. The first team drawn out of Group B is Switzerland. And then the defeated team in qualifier 3 has been drawn the first team in Group 3. Do you want to try and make some sense of that, Garford?
Well, not really. There's not really a lot you can say, is it? I mean, it's so the qualifier 1 is
the winner of qualifier 4
Quarterfinal 4.
which is Croatia and
No, it's qualifier 4 is Germany and Italy, isn't it?
beg your pardon, Germany and
That
Italy.
No, winner of qualifier 4, yeah. So it's either going to be Germany, Italy. That's okay, yeah.
And then defeated team in qualifier 3, which is Poland, Denmark. Tops group is the first team drawn out of group 3.
Right, I'll get this now. Yeah, okay, all right then. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so yeah. And Switzerland have been drawn into
Group B.
right. So they're drawing the top. So they're drawing pot by pot then. So it's all pot 1 coming out.
Well, they're already now. Well, they haven't drawn out D, E, and F yet, but the defeated team in qualifier 1 is the first team out of Group G. Austria are the first team drawn out of Group H.
Right.
The defeated qualifying team between Germany and Italy is Group I. Belgium are top of Group J. And guess what? England have been drawn.
Yes.
We are the first team drawn out for Group K by the look of it.
Wow. And that wasn't from pot 6. That was from pot noodle, wasn't it? Or am I clutching at straws there?
I think you're going pots.
Oh,
That's
no,
what
no,
So we're top of Group K.
We're in
So
group A.
That's okay.
No, K,
That's good.
K.
Hey.
Get rid of your earwax, son.
I think yeah.
Hey?
I think that was drawn out of potpourri. But anyway.
There he is. He's here all week. Garford, ladies and gentlemen. We're here.
Like and subscribe, everyone. Like and subscribe. The English are coming. Don't forget it. We're going to America.
I can't help noticing. And also, please like, share, and subscribe. My lords, ladies and gentlemen. I'm probably pushing it a bit high there on the lords. Well, you never know. You never know. They might like a bit of rough like me and Jonno. Not Garford, obviously, because he's quality. Are you? I see your lovely retro tracksuit top there, Garford. I didn't know you had admiral. I didn't know you had a naval career. Do you want to tell us more about that, son?
Yes, that's right. Yes. I was Roger the cabin boy.
Steady. Captain Pugwash, yeah?
You remember it, yeah.
Yeah, I do remember him. He remembers me as well. Anyway, no more relax.
Captain Birdseye.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right, yeah. Yes.
No, that's a lovely.
It's a good-looking top.
No, it's lovely. That's quality, man.
She was only the sea captain's daughter. But the naval base was full of discharged seamen. But anyway.
All right, so let's just recap. All the first teams have been drawn for the groups. We're just waiting for confirmation of Group L. But Group A, the first team out is the winning qualifier of Game 4, which is Germany or Italy. Switzerland, Group B. The defeated qualifier of Portugal and Denmark is Group 3. First team out of Group 3. Group D, qualifier 2, the winner of France and Croatia was the first team out. Group E, qualifier 1, the winner of Spain or Netherlands. Group F is the winner of Portugal, Denmark, first team out. Group G, who's that one? Qualifier 1. It will be either Spain or the Netherlands. Group H, Austria. Group I, God, there's a lot of groups.
Oh, no.
12 groups.
You know your alphabet, though, John, don't you? Do you know your whole alphabet? Or yeah.
He's all right. He only knows up to L, so he's okay.
I'm all right, yeah.
I think the fact that we're in a group of 5, John, fellas, means any trip to America next year for a friendly is off.
Does it? Okay.
So why is that?
Well, because if we'd have had if we'd have been in a group of four, we'd have had a spare. We'd have had a spare window.
Absolutely.
And I think the plan was to go to the States to do a couple of matches there, sort of get acclimatised. You know, the usual thing.
Yeah.
The year before a World Cup, that looks out the window now.
So we're in a group of 5 as opposed to a group of 4. And I'm guessing that Tuchel would have preferred a group of 4. Would he not? Is that a fair comment?
Well, probably.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. We've got to prepare a bit longer.
Yeah. I mean, it's there we go. Yeah, that's looking.
Certainly, the TV people will be happier with 5 games.
Right, more advertising,
or
a
5-team group.
Well, that's absolutely right. I mean, there's the expansion, isn't it, from 48 teams from 32 teams, and they reckon there's going to be $11 billion in revenue this World Cup.
Wow!
Compared to $7 billion the last World Cup, so that's a massive difference in increase in.
Jonno, you're going to make a few. You're knocking out them schneid moody hot dogs again.
No, I'll leave that to you, mate. You're a different class doing that. But no, seriously, joking aside, the winner of the World Cup this year. Guess how much they get? Go on, have a go.
$500 million?
Have a guess. Go on.
2 million? I don't know. I've got no idea, frankly.
No, you're wrong. Anyone else?
I'm going to go. What did you say?
The winner of the World Cup. How much do they win?
50 million.
Correct. Bang on.
50 mil, isn't it?
$50 million for the winner. So there's more money ever for the winners, and there's more revenue ever. So I've got a good feeling that this World Cup is going to be something different because they're going to spend a lot of money on advertising and all the massive.
But that is a drop in the ocean, they reckon. That's a drop in the ocean to what the Saudis have offered guaranteed.
Oh well, yeah.
In 2034.
So it's only going to keep going and expanding. What I do like about this World Cup, I hope we've got a bit of time for the next draw, but this World Cup, there's going to be 72 hours between games, which will give the players a good rest.
Time to rest, absolutely. 72 hours, is that right?
72 hours between games. Okay. Obviously, there's a lot of matches.
Yeah.
I reckon there's apparently 104 matches in total.
It's a good job it's not back in the day.
Things to cover, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good job it's not back in the day because our boys would find enough time in the States to find a nice Irish theme pub, wouldn't they? And get smashed to bits, you know. All
right, quiz time. When was the first World Cup?
1930.
All right,
he knows
it all.
All day long and twice on the sun.
He was there, wasn't he? He was there for the opening ceremony, the geezer.
Yes, held in Uruguay. Next question.
Yeah, next.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Ta-ra. See you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, no. Close your door on the way up. See you later, darling.
Bye. Bye. Wash my hair. Goodbye.
Bye.
And of course, you make the point of an expanded World Cup, Jonno, and I don't know about you guys, but I just think that you're actually weakening the tournament. I think the quality drops if you have so many teams in. Yeah, because you're going to get so well. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. No, fair enough.
I think you're going to get so many.
It could well go that way, but we might be surprised. You know, there's so much money involved.
No,
you don't think so?
No,
it's over a long period of time. So
you're going to get so many. You're going to get so many of the weaker teams qualified that eventually, what will happen? You'll have a raft of meaningless group games at the last group games will be some of those that will be just meaningless.
And they'll almost be like friendlies, really, frankly.
Well, the group have already been decided. That's the thing.
Yeah, no, I get it.
The quality dilutes the more you have in there.
Yeah, fair point.
Now, there's going to be a lot of England fans, Garford, on standby watching this or watching the live draw as we speak.
Oh yeah.
They're ready to book their flights, no doubt.
Well, they will be, but they have to wait until the match schedule's published, and that probably won't happen straight away. And of course, if you're in one of these groups that've got waiting on the qualifying of a UEFA Nations League playoff match, they may well not publish those fixtures until much later. We should get ours hopefully by tonight, tomorrow. and that's when the fun will start.
Garford, what about, as you said, whether the weaker teams where the group's already been decided, but that would mean that the squad players who otherwise wouldn't probably get a game, like recently under Southgate, they get a game. So there are pros and cons to it, no?
Yeah. There is that. There is
the
that.
bench players,
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Meaning this game, they think, well, it's just, let's play 7 or 8 players that are probably not.
No.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that is a massive plus in that regard, because you get the players.
Theo Walcott went back in the day, and obviously he didn't. He went as a 17-year-old, I think. He didn't play.
That's right. He didn't play, but he went to Germany. Yeah.
Yeah, and he didn't play at all. Am I right in thinking he didn't even get off? He didn't even get off.
No, he didn't. No. Sven took him along just for the right for experience, really, because
that was when he was at Southampton still. I'm guessing. Is that correct?
Sorry.
That was when Theo was still at Southampton, or was he at?
No, he'd gone to Arsenal.
Gone to the mighty Gunners.
Let me ask you a question, boys. Obviously, the World Cup is going to be over a 40-day period. That's an awful long time to travel.
Yeah.
And obviously, Garford, you've gone to a majority of the recent World Cups. What would you suggest for a typical English fan? When should they go out there to enjoy the peak of the tournament?
Well,
what do you recommend? To go early, or?
I think if you can do it, do the group matches, because you're guaranteed 3 games.
Indeed.
They're fairly close together.
Yeah.
And then maybe book a semi-final and a final if you can come back, if you can afford it. I mean, it's a big ask for any supporter this time to go out there for almost 6 weeks.
It is, isn't it?
I don't think you'll find many be able to do it.
Even to fly back and then fly back again is going to be a costly exercise.
Well, this is it, you see. This is the problem. But and this is why most of the fans are pretty much against what's happening with the expansion of the World Cup, because it just becomes almost something you just can't do. And it's a shame, because, some people, it's their life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They go to England. It was like
they live and breathe England, don't they?
They live and breathe it, and it's like that's why it was such a hard thing to take when we had COVID. And we couldn't go to the games,
Yeah, you could. Empty stadiums. Yeah, true.
Yeah, and I did manage to get out to Poland for one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, when we weren't allowed to travel, 10 of us made it out there. We contacted the Polish FA, and they sold us a corporate table for 10 for $2,500.
It's who you know, isn't it? It's who you know, isn't it, Garford?
Well, it's just a case of trying to, work away
Yeah.
it.
All right, everyone, remember, subscribe. Garford Beck, he's got a table ready for you. If you're lucky to join him for the World Cup,
He'll take you for a cheeky
English are
Nando's.
coming. Don't forget it. We've got the contacts. We've got the
English
faces.
is coming,
We've got
baby.
the know-how. So like and subscribe, and we're going places. All right.
And they can comment as well, can't they, son? They can put a comment and say how much they love your haircut, or not.
You cut it for me.
Not again. You didn't tip me, did you? Tight as a fish's arse. Right. Got all the boys here behind me. So, I mean, to our viewers, they're all quite vain, this lot. So that's why I got that backdrop, so they can keep seeing themselves. And there's Mr. Tony Woodcock there. He's not available today, but he's part of this little firm. England legend, Tony Woodcock. That's not Mick Hucknall. That is Tony Woodcock. And he won the European Cup back in the day under the Brian Clough.
Yes, the great Brian Clough,
Nice.
the greatest manager never to manage England. And we've got Serbia. We've got Serbia in our group.
So, okay.
Ooh. Serbia, which is one of those that I wanted.
That's fantastic.
You get what you wish for.
Yeah. But that will be a tough trip. That will be a tough trip.
I'll be there with you, mate. We're coming with you, yeah?
Yeah, to Belgrade, that will be a tough trip.
Can't wait. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So England, Serbia, that's brilliant. Right, who was the other one that you wanted, Garford? Let's make that happen as well.
Well, I mean, I prefer. Let's see what happens.
I'm just going to have a word with the guys doing the draw. All right, hold on 1 minute. I'll be back in a minute.
They're not dodgy, the people doing the draw, are they? What's going on here? I didn't.
All right, Garford, it's all sorted, all right?
Yeah, done.
Good man.
In there like swimwear, Garford.
Serbia, I don't think.
Well done,
Serbia's definitely. Yeah. So fixtures likely to be released tonight or tomorrow. So Georgia would be another good one.
Right,
So
we'll
we
have
don't
some of
need-
that. We'll have some of Georgia as well.
Yeah.
For us to draw Georgia, yeah, okay. And Serbia's a fairly tough game, Garford. Is that a fair comment?
That will be a very tough fixture.
Especially
away,
a really tough game.
It'll be a tough one away because they'll be out. And although we are all like-minded people on here, we like to do good by bringing the fans together.
Yes.
That will be a tough one, like Greece was the other week, because they want to have a pop at the English, even in 2024.
Right.
We still have this.
They will have a pop at us, yeah.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear you, man.
And the other thing
Obviously,
is, of course,
for the fans, why will they have a pop, Garford? Could you elaborate on that a little bit?
there's two reasons with Serbia. One is a lot of the Eastern European fans still look at England fans as being the original hooligans, and they still like to get one over and have a pop.
Yeah.
And the other one, of course, is our role in the Balkans War.
Right.
Doesn't go down too well with.
Sure. So it's political, isn't it, as well?
Geopolitics will play a massissive part in that kind of thing.
No, I get you, man.
Because they'll see that the British, not England, but in terms of our part in NATO's protection of Kosovo during that war, where parts of Serbia were bombed, didn't go down too well at the time. There's never been forgotten, to be honest.
No, so those sort of feeling from their point of view, from their perspective, run deep, and that's what we're going to see in the stadiums with England fans, and they're potentially going to get it.
Likewise, when we played Kosovo a few years back, just before COVID, they treated us like royalty when we.
Right, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
So.
Yeah, I get it, man.
So there'll be a few things at play when we go to Serbia, to Belgrade.
So you will be on guard there. You will be, you'll go obviously, but but it'll be a little bit intimidating. Is that what you're pretty much saying?
Well, I think it will be intimidating. But
we'll try comment, man.
If you go with the official England fans, you'll be okay.
We'll go out there. We'll try and have a fans match, and we'll do our bit.
Yeah, we'll do an England fans match. We'll be treated well there. There are still nice people about. Keep your wits about you and stay out of trouble.
Well, I've been going to football probably longer than you've been alive, fellas. So, apart from John, of course, but.
Hey! Hashtag senior member. John's the governor, It reminds me of my.
He woke up there, our Johnny boy, didn't he? Eh?
Hey, what? Here we go.
So we will.
I just smiled. I just want
So a little bit of info for our Welsh fans. They've been joined Belgium in Group J.
Right. Did they play them recently? They did in the Euros. Is that a fair comment?
Well, they played them in Euro 2016, didn't they?
They did, didn't they? Wales did win. Is that correct?
Yeah, 3-1. Yeah.
And was Gareth playing then? Gareth Bale played in that?
Yes,
he
played,
And was he sort of I'm going to come up with a really good word here now. Was Gareth Bale talismanic? I mean, I'm surprised.
That's probably, he certainly was the talisman of that team.
Aaron Ramsey, obviously.
I'm not sure whether you've just made up a new word there, talisman.
No. Well, I saw it on Countdown when my Aunt Mavis the other day.
Did you?
No, I'm just, no comment. No comment. Yeah, no comment.
I wonder if they could make a word to describe you from the word Countdown. I don't know. I'll have a see, Carol.
It's before the watershed. It's before the watershed.
All the letters all muddled up. That's how you describe Stonzie.
Well, you've got to see there. You've got to see, Garford. I'll have a vowel, Carol. Maybe got a U. There's a consonant.
I thought that was cute.
Right, sorry, guys. More updates. So, Group C, it's going to be Portugal or Denmark, Greece and Scotland. Scotland is in
That's interesting because Scotland played Greece in March in their UEFA Nations League qualifier
and how
playoff.
Get on?
No, they play them next March.
They have to, yes.
Yeah, so they're going to have them again.
That's not a tough group by any means. That is a tough group. Sorry.
Well, any group's a tough
And
group,
we have also, it looks like England.
Yes.
England's group has
There you
now is it Albania who've been drawn out?
Albania. Oh,
Yeah.
brilliant. Yeah, been there before.
Oh, they're a bit naughty as well.
I've not been there. I'll look forward to going.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I've got some friends in Albania, so we'll definitely be having a friends match out
All right,
there.
you subscribe. Look, anyone that's subscribing, you're hearing this from Garford Beck live. He's got friends in Albania.
Yeah.
Our
So
friends are
watch
going to
it. So
welcome
be
us.
careful. Yeah.
Like and subscribe. Don't forget it, because the English are coming.
That's right. He's also got a pair of roller skates he's trying to sell on eBay. Yeah.
Yeah, with a couple of wheels.
Just need to oil the wheels, son. Oil the wheels, son. I'm telling you. Hey? Can't do it for you, son.
Dear. So you can see there already, we're looking at Albania. So there's 6 points on the board.
Here we go.
So let's have a recap of where we are so everyone can catch up.
Yeah.
So the draw so far, Group A, it's the winners of Germany or Italy and Slovakia. In Group B so far drawn is Switzerland and Sweden. Group C, the losers of Portugal or Denmark and Greece. In Group D, the winners of France and Croatia, or Croatia rather, and the Ukraine. Group E, the winners of Spain and the Netherlands and Turkey. In Group F, the winners of Portugal or Denmark plus Hungary. In Group C, the losers of Spain or the Netherlands and Poland. In Group H, Austria and Romania, a local derby there. Okay. Group I, the losers of Germany or Italy plus Norway. Group J, Belgium and Wales. Group K, England, Serbia. Group L, the losers of France and Croatia plus the Czech Republic. These third teams are being drawn out. Well, I know we've already mentioned that England have got Albania, but we'll update the third teams drawn as soon as they're officially confirmed.
Okay.
Nice.
So you look at that and you're already thinking Albania 6 points, Serbia 3 points at home, a point away. You see how these groups sort of pan out to sort of guarantee who they want in these finals for.
Right, yeah.
For the TV companies and for the big crowds and this, that, and the other. You see, I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but I mean, for me, the biggest event of the last century that changed international football was when the Berlin Wall came down.
Okay, yeah, East Germany, West Germany became Germany.
Well, it almost released like a tsunami, didn't it? Because, I mean, as well as these countries having their own independence, with them followed by what we talked about earlier, the Balkans War and Yugoslavia splitting up into all the former countries. And then once the dust had settled, then these countries then wanted to be recognised in their own right as football teams as well. But of course, they started from a position which was very weak. And then
that's created loads more teams, isn't it? Loads more international teams, isn't it?
Well, that's right, yeah.
Yes.
Montenegro, and then we had
Serbia and Montenegro,
Bosnia-Herzegovina, and they've changed.
Sorry, guys, a bit more news. Northern Ireland have been drawn into Group A, so they will be in with either Germany or Italy and Slovakia. So already a tricky-looking task for our Northern Irish friends.
Yeah,
very tough. That's a shame.
Italy, Germany. I mean, hashtag no chance.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Lads, just to recap, are we in a group of 4 or are we group of 5?
5. We're group of 5.
So we've got 2 more teams to be announced then.
Yeah. That's good maths there, Jonno. Well done, son.
Right, so we can confirm the full draw after the third team is drawn out as it stands at the moment. So Group A is either Germany or Italy, Slovakia and Northern Ireland. Group B, Switzerland, Sweden, Slovenia. So what's the odds of another S being drawn in that group? Group C is either Portugal, Denmark, plus Greece and Scotland. The winner in Group D, it's either France or Croatia, plus the Ukraine and Iceland. Group A, it's either Spain or the Netherlands, Turkey and Georgia. I think Georgia was one you wanted, wasn't it, Garford?
Yep.
Group F, the winners of Portugal, Denmark, Hungary and the Republic of Ireland. That's not too bad a group for the Republic of Ireland. We'll come on to that in a second.
Sure.
Group G, the losers of Spain or the Netherlands plus Poland and Finland. Group H, Austria, Romania and Bosnia and Herzegovina. Group I, the losers of Germany and Italy plus Norway and Israel. In Group J, Belgium, Wales and North Macedonia. Group K, England, Serbia, Albania. And finally, Group L, the losers of France and Croatia plus the Czech Republic and Montenegro.
Okay. The Czech Republic, where are they now in world football in terms of how good they are?
Not particularly. I mean, I don't know where they are in the
Right.
FIFA rankings, but we can soon find out for you.
Fine,
But,
thank you. Because in recent years, they were kind of up there, weren't they? They were
Yeah,
really
they are
good
good
players,
team.
didn't they? But not so much these days. Fair comment?
no, I mean, the days when they had Karol Poborski and these types of players. I mean,
Because they were sort of in the semi-finals and certainly, doing well in the tournament football stages,
well,
weren't
they were
European
UEFA
champions.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
96, 96
96 they were finalists, 76 they won it.
finalists.
Wow. Yeah, man.
Yeah, they won it. But no, they're where are we?
I've just had a little
Republic,
costume
yeah.
change here. I just had a little costume change here, chaps, because I was getting a bit cold and I'm too tight to put my heating on. But it's the old England scarf. Yeah, thank you.
Are you
Czech
sure?
Republic, number 42 in the FIFA ranking, so not
42. Yeah, that's
They've really
basically
slipped down, haven't they?
low. They've
Really
certainly
down.
gone down a pecking
So
order.
I'm right. And so England are what, fourth? Seeded fourth?
Correct.
Yeah.
Fourth.
Who's first, second, third then?
First is Argentina, I believe.
Oh, is that so?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Well,
Yeah,
they
Argentina-
are the current holders, guys.
Yeah, Argentina, France, and Spain.
Yeah.
Then England,
Argentina.
Brazil, Portugal, Netherlands, Belgium, Italy, and Germany. That's your top 10.
Okay.
Right, so let's have a little chat. How are we feeling about England in general? Obviously, we've got a new manager. We don't really know how he's going to fit in. Are we optimistic with
Yeah,
the
100%.
future? And do you think that this time we've got a decent chance? What do you think, lads?
I think we've got a
Optimistic,
great
yeah.
chance.
Will he fit in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he a winner? Yeah.
Under Tuchel, I think we're going to play better football. I think he's a far better manager. I think he is. I've just in a different class to Gareth Southgate. There it is. I've
Well,
said it.
it's all well and good you saying that, son, but there's no doubt about it. Southgate has done well for England, has he not?
He had. I think he was a somewhat lucky manager as well. I have to say that. Fair play to him because there by the skin of his teeth, I think he got some really favourable draws, avoiding all the big hitters to get to a final and still didn't manage to win it. And for me, when we went 1-0 up against Italy, instead of go for a second or a third before half time, he thought, we better shut up shop and defend. That's what he did, in my opinion. So, that's my take on Gareth Southgate. Went 1-0 up early doors. Let's go for a second and basically essentially kill the game before half time and win our first trophy since 1966. And he didn't do that. For me.
I can't argue with that. I mean, it was
Cheers,
the same
man.
in
Appreciate
Russia
that.
as well. It was the
That's
same in
my
Russia.
personal view on Gareth. Nice fella. Being a nice geezer, don't win your trophies. End of.
Yeah. It's difficult to argue with that assessment, to be fair. Because we took an early lead against Croatia in the semi-final in Moscow in 2018.
Yeah.
I was there.
You were, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But there's also the bit about being lucky. I mean, there's nothing better than having a lucky general at the helm, I tell you.
That's
No,
right.
I know. But I mean, as you know, like in the most recent tournament we played in, and we were watching this together, I think, Jonno. an England fan was photographed on the front page of one of our tabloids, and he was asleep in the bloody stadium. I mean,
that was in Germany, wasn't it? Yeah.
That's because he went out with you the night before, son.
Yeah.
No, I think it was because you were telling him about your idea for your autobiography, wasn't it? When he was sat next to you.
He read it for the 12th time, though, I must say. No, seriously. No, what do we think then? Thomas Tuchel, are we liking him? Do you think he will be a good manager, an international manager? Obviously, he doesn't stay that long with clubs for that such a long period of time. What do you think, Garford?
Well, I'm not against the appointment of Thomas Tuchel. I mean, obviously, it'll be the irony of all ironies if we do win the World Cup in the US. I mean, it's a German that's taken there because talking to our great friend, I had a coffee with Tony the other day, and he said if that happens, he said the Germans will claim it for themselves. I know what he means, but it's true.
They've got enough trophies. They've got enough silverware. The Germans, they've done all right.
Exactly, but I mean, he's a winner. He's a winner, Thomas Tuchel.
Nice guy as well, isn't it?
I mean, I'm as interested to see how he manages upwards as much as he does downwards, if you know what I mean.
I don't think
one of the things I didn't like about Gareth Southgate was his, I suppose, for want of a better expression, his politics.
Okay, go
shall
on.
we say? I mean, he seemed to place a lot of importance on some of the peripheral issues like taking the knee and this, that, and the other, and lecturing countries. I was very.
As opposed to being a football manager, and playing football, managing that.
Well, I mean, when we went before we went to Qatar, he was interviewed and said, and they were talking about the armbands and the LGBTQ and this, that, and the other, and he was saying the World Cup, it's much more than about football. Well, it isn't. You could never even imagine Sir Alf Ramsey.
No, I agree.
Getting involved, going to the World Cup is all about football and nothing else. It's about going there, winning games and trying to win the trophy, and nothing else.
Whichever means.
Leave all that to the rest of leave all that nonsense to the rest of
Sorry, guys, the fourth ball is being drawn in Group K, of course, England's group.
Yeah, two more.
And who have we got? We have got Bulgaria.
Hey!
Eastern Europe. Eastern Europe. Here we go, lads. Eastern Europe.
I love them. I love the one ball.
The English are coming. Don't forget it. Like and subscribe, everybody.
Not a good one. Not a good one.
Not a good one. Why is that?
Not really. Well, last time we went to Bulgaria, you'll remember the game was suspended because of all the racist chanting from the Bulgarians.
Right.
The referee was going to take the players off. Personally,
and also, Garford, in other news, your favourite one ball is Tobermory, isn't it? It's not Great Uncle Bulgaria, is it?
No, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, Garford, no disrespect, but it's time you grew up, son. Do you know what I mean?
It is. Yes. Yeah. Well, I grew up with the one balls and Hector's house and what's with all that bollocks. Yeah. But anyway, yeah.
Happy days, eh?
Yeah, happy days. But no, I mean, it's one of those. It's a bittersweet one for me. I'll tell you for why. Because last time England played Bulgaria away in Sofia, 2019, my dad suddenly died. And I couldn't get back. I tried. I spent 450 quid trying to get a flight back. I was told he was on borrowed time. Anyway, he'd taken very ill. And anyway, we went out and had a good night out in Sofia. And I went back to go and get my stuff for to go to the airport. And then got a call through to say he'd popped his clog. So I didn't bother travelling back. I'd binned the flight and just stayed out in Bulgaria. And then it all turned nasty with all the racism. But we played there twice. We played 2011, 2019, and in the 90s we played there, so that's not going to be a new one, but it is what it is. But it's another 6 points in the bank for England.
Yeah, well, it should be an easy good. But what you're saying is that our games, Albania, Serbia and Bulgaria, they're not particularly nice environments for an England fan in the 21st century to be going to.
Maybe as an England fan of a certain demographic, shall we say.
Yeah, but not you. I get that.
I mean, Albania's all right. Albania's Tirana's a lovely city now, and they've got a brand new stadium. That'll be a good trip. For those of you who like a bit of history, to get out to the mountains and see the massive statue of Skenderbo, their national hero in Korea, the old capital. It's a great trip, Albania.
Okay.
So Serbia's going to be a new one, and Bulgaria is not going to be a new one. So we just hope now that we get somebody from pot 5, like the Faroe Islands, where again it'll be.
Where is the Faroe Islands? Faroe Islands, it's the Isle of Sheppey, isn't it? Is that right?
Yeah, no, more like the island of Shetland, up the top, the other way. You're going the wrong end of the country. We're getting up there, Greenland.
Hashtag chatting shit there, Garford.
Yeah. So.
Just trying to lighten the mood a bit, you know.
No, it's good. No, it's all good.
Yeah, a bit of comedy for our lovely viewers.
No, it's a good. My dad was a good age. It's not a problem. It's just
talking about it's all about the England boys. What do we think about the striker? Do you think Harry Kane will still be thriving by the time the World Cup comes in 2026, or do you think Tuchel will have the balls to say bring Ivan Toney in from abroad and put him in the background? You think he's toast now? You reckon he's toast?
Ivan Toney, yeah.
He's toast. He's toast because of what he's chosen. He's still, you know, he's not at the fag end of his career, and he's gone out there for the money. He can jog on.
Exciting, is it not? With Cole Palmer and he's electric
Agreed.
at the moment.
First name on the team sheet, he's different gear. I mean, look, that little, what's it? Paninka.
That's not. No, we've not got Bulgaria. We've got Latvia.
What?
Hey?
No, we've got Latvia.
Yeah, they've changed the pot. I was just going to update you. They have changed the pot. They originally drew out Bulgaria, but for some reason they redrew that pot. I think there was a mistake, but it's now Latvia.
Oh,
so
wow.
So the full draw is available now after the pot 4 draws. So Luxembourg joined Germany or Italy, Slovakia and Northern Ireland in Group A. Kosovo are with Switzerland, Sweden and Slovenia in Group B. Belarus, Scotland, Greece and Denmark or Portugal, Group C. France and Croatia, Ukraine, Iceland and Azerbaijan in Group D. Group E, Spain, Netherlands, Turkey, Georgia and Bulgaria now in Group E. Group F, Portugal or Denmark, Hungary, Republic of Ireland and Armenia. Group G, the losers of Spain or the Netherlands, Poland, Finland and Lithuania. Group H, Austria, Romania, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Cyprus. Group I, Germany or Italy, Norway, Israel and Estonia. Group J, Belgium, Wales, North Macedonia and Kazakhstan. Group K, England, Serbia, Albania and Latvia. And Group L, France and Croatia, Czech Republic, Montenegro and the Faroe Islands. Some of those groups are complete. They are now drawing the pot 5. So probably in another 5 minutes, we will know the full groups.
And our fifth and final
Group
A.
So anyone from pot 5 that you would like in our group?
Faroe Islands, if they've not already gone. Mind you, same with these. Mind you, it's not.
Who's in pot 5, guys?
Yeah, please tell us who's in pot 5 again.
It's Moldova, Malta, Andorra, Gibraltar, Liechtenstein and San Marino. And in fact, it's just been confirmed.
Yes.
We have Andorra.
Yeah.
Nice girl, Andorra. I met her at the bingo. Andorra.
So groups A to F were completed.
Yeah.
Our final group.
Well, there you
Group
go.
K, England, Serbia, Albania, Latvia and Andorra.
Andorra.
There you
Right.
go. 3, 6, 6, 12. There's 18 points there with those bottom three.
Yeah,
Serbia,
I
I think,
mean,
with 21.
that's well. I mean, obviously, you got to turn up, you
Point
got to
away.
pay, but on paper we're through. I mean, I know, you can't just turn up.
The English are coming. That's all we got to say. The English
Yeah.
are
We are
coming.
coming,
Like
yeah,
and subscribe. Lovely points. Got nice games coming up. We're going to ease our way to the World Cup. We're going to have a great manager turning up, as you said, Garford and Dawn, Stonzie there, and John. We're on our way, boys. Are we not on our way? Give me some positivity.
We are.
Let me
We're on
hear
the
it
way. We're
from you.
definitely going to qualify.
Oh man.
All right,
we're on our way.
I'll do it for you.
We're going
to the World Cup. I'm the first one to announce it. We are going to the World Cup in America, in the North America. We are going to be, as you know, favourites, or certainly top 4 to win the whole competition. And we've got to be positive about it.
And we need to listen, like, subscribe, comment, and share, baby.
Right, Jonno, Jonno, I love your excitement, but you've probably blasted all of our eardrums up with peaking microphones and everything. Get the hat on. Garford. So just so you know, for everyone who's not sure, when are the actual fixtures announced so the fans can start booking their trips?
Well, we've got the dates. We know the dates now. It'll be a case of either FIFA will instruct, or the associations will quickly meet and decide, hopefully later today, if not tomorrow. I would have thought they'll want them published as quickly as possible. And I think England, you'll find, will probably start with 2 home matches in March.
Really?
Okay. And just as we get ready to talk about visiting America, somebody mentioned the hot dog earlier. I think it was you.
It was me. It was Stonzie boy. Yeah, it's me.
Yeah. And I come from Derby, and there's a man here.
Yes.
From Derby, born on the 14th of June, 1855. His name was Harry Mosley Stevens.
Fair enough.
And he was a food concessionaire from England, credited with being America's foremost ballpark concessionaire. He is also attributed by various sources as being the inventor of the hot dog.
No.
Yeah.
I thought that was Harry Hot Dog that invented the hot dog.
No, there's an Englishman that invented the hot dog, and it just happened to come from Derby, my hometown.
Wow.
Yeah. Guys, sorry to jump in. We have a comment from a Brian Turner.
Yeah.
Brian says, really enjoying your coverage. Thank you, Brian. England seems to have a really good group. We've got to agree with that, haven't we, Garford?
Yeah, I mean that's it. It's what I expected. In some ways, it's a bit disappointing, with but there are a couple of new tricks there. So on the flip side, although you'd look at that group and say, yeah, we'll be qualifying out of that. We'll be going to Latvia for the first time and Serbia for the first time. Yeah, but we've done Andorra. We've done Andorra recently. Yeah, we've done Andorra many times. Yeah. And
so let's confirm then, because the full, all the groups are now completed.
Okay.
So let's confirm those for everybody watching. Group A, it's Germany or Italy, Slovakia, Northern Ireland, and Luxembourg. In Group B, we have Switzerland, Sweden, Slovenia, and Kosovo. Group C, either Portugal or Denmark, Greece, Scotland, and Belarus. Group D, it's either France or Croatia, Ukraine, Iceland, and Azerbaijan. Group E, it's either Spain or the Netherlands, Turkey, Georgia, and Bulgaria. In Group F, Portugal or Denmark, Hungary, the Republic of Ireland, and Armenia. Group G, Spain or the Netherlands, Poland, Finland, Lithuania, and Malta. In Group H, it's Austria, Romania, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Cyprus, or San Marino. In Group I, it's either Germany or Italy, Norway, Israel, Estonia, and Moldova. Group J, Belgium, Wales, North Macedonia, Kazakhstan or Liechtenstein. Looks like quite a good group there for Wales. In Group K, England, Serbia, Albania, Latvia and Andorra. And finally, Group L, France or Croatia, the Czech Republic, Montenegro, the Faroe Islands or Gibraltar. So, Garford, final thoughts there on England's group and the draw in general.
Well, the draw in general is as pretty much how you'd expect it, with all the seeded teams looking likely to top their groups. I can't see any surprises. I mean, you can never say never in football. You never know. And but I think in terms of England's group, it'd be a massive upset if we don't top that. Yeah. Almost unbeaten. I mean, the most difficult fixture there is going to be Serbia away. Albania, we played during lockdown. We beat them home and away. Latvia, well, you know, if we don't beat Latvia and Andorra and Albania, I mean, I never want to count the chickens, as it were, but I think we can safely say that we're going to America. Not sure about Wales.
And also, we're number 4 seeds for a reason, isn't it? No two ways about that. 4, yeah, for a bloody reason, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got quite good at tournaments under Garrett.
Well, you have, man, and we can build on that, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly that. And I think with Thomas at the helm now, he'll have liked that draw. Means he can.
I don't want to be disrespectful to the other nations in our group, but
no.
Certainly Albania, Latvia, Andorra. Is this an opportunity for Thomas Tuchel to sort of experiment even in the qualifiers, or do you go out and essentially try and win it as soon as possible?
I think any manager will go into a qualification and try and qualify as quickly as possible. Then maybe you can experiment. But I mean, it would be, I think, remiss of a manager with such a talented squad at his disposal, perhaps not to look at some players when you're playing Andorra. But if by the time we play Andorra away, I mean, it's best to wait till the fixtures are formalised. But I think the main thing is to get off to a winning start.
Yeah.
As I say, there are a couple of things. It's possible that a couple of these games may be not played at Wembley. In other words, we may go on the road. And the reason I say that, I think, because
might not fill the stadium.
No, it's not that so much. I think next year they've got a massive couple of concerts there. Oasis and Coldplay in September, I think.
They'll both be huge concerts.
There'll be huge concerts, and I think that I think if some of the that's why I think they're going to start with 2 home matches in March. Yeah. And then they'll probably look to play some of these games in when Oasis and
Coldplay. Tottenham, that's a great stadium, isn't it? That's a possibility, isn't it?
It is, but it's London, and I think England want to be seen to be going out into the other parts of the country to say that they're taking it on the road, because obviously a lot of England's support is drawn from the north.
Sure.
I think maybe they might go to Liverpool or Manchester again. I don't know. They've got to go to wherever they go. It's got to be one of the biggest stadiums. It's no good taking it to, I don't know, Forest or somewhere like that. It's only
whatever. Yeah,
you know, I mean, I just think they have to go to Newcastle, Old Trafford, places like that.
Why not? But, so they should.
Yeah.
They should. That's only fair, isn't it?
I mean, what they could do,
there's so many fans that travel down to London. It costs an arm and leg. Why not put it on the road? It's good publicity.
Jonno, other than, I mean, the FA spent the best part of £1 billion building a new Wembley. That's our home. So if that's our home,
fair enough. But then obviously when they play the semi-finals of the FA Cup, there, it belittles the meaning of the FA Cup final.
Well, so I agree. That was a monetary decision, but that was a 30-year contract. But I think, no, I think that we built Wembley. That's our home. That's where the game should be played. But I'm also sympathetic to the taking it on the road as well. And I think there is a commitment from the FA to take at least one match per season or per calendar year away from Wembley, and that's fair enough. I agree.
I think,
guys, listen, it's our time is coming to an end, so let's just recap England's group. Group K, they've been drawn against Serbia, Albania, Latvia, and Andorra. Quick look at some of the other, or all the other home nations. Northern Ireland, either Germany or Italy, Slovakia and Luxembourg. Scotland, hang on one second. Scotland, either Portugal or Denmark. Greece and Belarus. So I think it's probably Tatar Scotland.
Yeah.
Who have I missed out? The Republic of Ireland. Who have the Republic of Ireland got?
They're in Group F.
Group F, they're playing either Portugal or Denmark, and Hungary, plus Armenia. And have I missed anybody out? Northern Ireland, Wales. Wales have got. I think they've got quite a good group. Belgium aren't what they used to be.
Yeah.
North Macedonia, Kazakhstan, and Liechtenstein. Final word from you, Garford.
I think the home nations looking at that now a bit more. Having looked at it again, I mean, with the structure of the qualifying groups, I think all our home nations should at least be in with a chance of finishing second or even in the third place, which might give them a qualifying chance, a playoff chance of getting to America. I mean, I'd love to see as many of the home nations there as possible because they'll travel in numbers, and that's what you need out in a World Cup. Fans that travel in numbers and make it a bit of a party, because we were talking earlier about when's it best to travel to a tournament. Go for the group stages because the place is packed, the atmosphere is brilliant, because as soon as the group stages finishes, half of them go home, and the further you go into a tournament, it becomes more like a ghost town. So the group stages are the best time to be out there because they're all out there, everybody's having fun, and I mean, England are going to qualify. There's no doubt about it, and I think there's more than a fair chance that our home nations might do better than we might. I think the group, those from pot one, I'm sure will qualify automatically. There's always an upset to be had somewhere along the line, and there's always a dark horse. I can't quite put my finger on one at the minute. Possibly Ukraine, possibly Georgia, Turkey, even. Teams that have done really well in tournaments like Slovakia. Look at Slovakia when they played England off the park in Germany. We should have been beaten by Slovakia, save for Jude Bellingham's overhead kick in the
Yes.
Slovakia played really well. So some of these teams are getting better. We've got the usual whipping boys there. In our group, it's probably Andorra. To be fair, Albania could be tricky.
I think Thomas Tuchel is going to look at this group and be absolutely delighted. Garford, thank you very much for your attendance this morning. Jonno, final word from you.
I've just got something to say. I'll be very short and sweet because I love you all.
That'll make a change.
All right.
Ancom is a great relief.
I'll have you later, son. All right. No, listen. Joking aside, right? I've got something to say to all England fans out there. We're going to do it. We're going to go to the World Cup final. There's no question about it. Garth has just told us we're going to get most of the points in the bag. We're going to the World Cup. We're seeded fourth, and there is no reason why we can't win the competition. So like and subscribe now because we
one step at a time. One step at a time. It's the old football adage, but let's go one step at a time.
I'm done with all that. Let's forget about it. Let's get some energy. Let's be positive.
Yeah,
we're going for it. We've got a great manager, good team. We're going for it.
Yeah, they laughed at me, all the journos outside the stadium in Qatar before we played Iran. And they said, "What do you think today?" I said, "Well, it's only Iran," and they all laughed at me as if I probably was being a bit disrespectful. But of course, we put 6 past them. So so let's look. We're going to qualify. There's no doubt about it.
Sure.
When we get there, then we've got to wait for the draw again, because when you do get to a tournament, the tournaments are full of pitfalls, and we've seen many a good team go out when they shouldn't have done. And I think, but I share Jonathan's confidence. So there's no reason why we shouldn't go to America.
We'll be going to We'll be going to America. No, absolutely no doubt about that. But let's not get carried away with talking about going on to win the tournament. Stonzie, Jonno promised his last words would be short and sweet. He ended up reading War and Peace. Final words from you, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the sharpest tool in this shed, so I haven't heard anything about America. Have they qualified?
I think you'd end it there.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching at home. This has been the English Are Coming. Please do remember to subscribe to our channel. Lots of great content coming out over the early in the new year. Some really great guests, players past and present. Lots of people from the world of football, showbiz coming to join us. Thank you once more for joining us. See you next time.
There you go.
Cheers, guys.
Nice.